But tell us about this guy, Bobby DeCardick.
Bobby Kotick is a happy man, he's
He's
a
a
very
happy
happy
man.
man. Yeah, he, I mean, should be happy. It was going downhill for him, but now he's a happy man.
Hmm.
From his point of view, come on, man, he made a very good deal, a damn good deal, I would say. At the end of his tenure, I guess that is 2023, he would get a big paycheck in his name. A few days ago, even 1 week ago, his future was dim, but right now, what can I say?
So, do you have any thoughts though on the acquisition that's going to take place with Microsoft buying Activision Blizzard, Call of Duty series, everything with it? There's a lot of games. There's a lot of games. I think what Diablo is one of them, right?
And Warcraft,
Yeah, yeah.
Diablo,
Overwatch.
Warcraft, Doom, it's a big
Doom.
franchise.
Well, Doom. That's under id Software, but they already got that from
Oh, yeah, I forgot that.
Bethesda.
I thought it was.
Yeah, they got that from Bethesda. Yeah, that's a lot of games, though, man. That's a hell of a lot of games. You said a Game Pass is going to be looking good, huh?
It's going to be sweet.
Yeah. So they got a lot of variety, I guess, to choose from. A whole expansion of games with this deal.
Today, I think was during morning, yeah. I visited the gaming section of India in Reddit, and there
Yeah.
was a question that which console would you choose now? And
Oh,
from top to bottom, it was Xbox because you can't argue with them because with the Game Pass, it's a value for money. It's a value for money.
yeah. I mean, what else you gonna say at this point? You pretty much forced to say. You kind of forced to say Xbox. What you gonna do? It's just a little hard to decide on something like that, something that monumental.
Yeah, it's very difficult to say. Yeah, it's impossible. I won't say impossible. You have to find a good point to defend going to the PlayStation because even if you say PlayStation, you have to give a full price for a single PS game. Whereas with Game Pass, it's a very minimal amount.
It's like
Yeah,
a
you have to pay it
renting.
monthly, but you get access to a variety of games right now. That I could say right now. I could say that.
I'll say this. I think Sony is in a really big bind, man. This is a ton of bricks. This is the second biggest blow besides the Bethesda acquisition. So, what do you think Microsoft might head next? Would it be EA? Because that's like that's a huge one. EA is massive.
Yeah, EA is massive, but I'm actually not concerned about Microsoft now because they have most of their baskets filled. If I would like that Sony respond with something like this. They are. I don't understand that they are in a standstill. They're stalemate or something because even if they come up with their own Game Pass alternatives, there is
Mhm.
not going to be a lot of games right now compared to Microsoft, and that is a huge problem that Sony would have to deal with, and they will be compelled to buy the studios one way or another because Microsoft basically bought now most of them. So they will be forced. So I don't know what other move they would be making. I don't know.
Yeah.
Has to be seen.
Yeah, I know Sony actually probably wouldn't want to make that type of move, but they're kind of being forced now to have to do something. The third party games are always bigger. The amount is always bigger than the first party. So although Sony has some great exclusives, you really can't outdo Microsoft buying a third party company like that. It's very hard to do unless you play that same game. But if they were to get EA, I can tell you that's pretty much the nail in the coffin. It already somewhat seems the nail in the coffin. I guess it's a wait and see thing. Sony has to react with something. And it's really hard to see what they would react with, except for
Yeah,
buying another
because
studio.
I would also say that it's impossible for Sony to make this kind of acquisitions because I'm understanding that they don't have that much of resources in their hand, like Microsoft, because Microsoft has so many income sources that they are generating money from.
Right.
Sony, not so much. I guess I don't know the specifics, but I'm guessing that they have the television and other kind of things, but not like Microsoft. Microsoft has a big, huge, deep pockets. While Sony doesn't have that much. So they'll be very careful in making their next move, because if they go this route, making acquiring studios, they need to have a lot of money. They need to have that if they are going this route.
Yeah.
So I don't see the possibility that they will be compelled to buy the studios, but they will be choosy in getting which studios they want. I don't think they will be going. I will be surprised if they bought EA. I mean, it's a huge, EA. They have many titles under their belt, and
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if Microsoft approached them and bought. I wouldn't be surprised if Sony did. It would be a surprise for me, because if they buy EA, I think they would be spending. They will be already
Oh
spending
man, that would be
a
big.
major portion of their budgets. So I don't think they will be, they will go that route. Even if they go that route, I think they will be acquiring smaller studios. But
Mm.
these are maybes, so I don't know.
It's crazy where this video game industry is going, but I think that it was always supposed to go in this direction. Unfortunately, that always seemed to be the future. From what I looked at like years ago, I always thought that it's going to end up being where you start buying the game companies outright until you get to a point where there's either like one standing. Not really counting Nintendo because Nintendo didn't carve out their own space and they're doing their own thing. So Nintendo ain't really a part of that. And they got great exclusives as well, but they got like their own little area. So it's really just Sony and Microsoft at this point. And
Yeah, I think Nintendo won't sell, and even if they sell, it's going to be that bad. I mean, it has to be that bad for
it would have
Nintendo
to
to
be
go.
it would have to be Sega bad for Nintendo to
Yeah,
do something like that.
yeah,
but
yeah, yeah.
yeah, I can't see Nintendo doing that. That's why I say Nintendo is like off in their own thing. Nintendo ain't really a part of this whole get down with where Sony and Microsoft is. They're pretty much like head to head. Eventually, Microsoft is probably going to be the last one standing. If they keep going in this direction, because those are huge blows. You got to really be a big fan of PlayStation in order to say, I'm going to stick with PlayStation. You got to be a huge fan and like, whatever exclusives are left over there. Because I like PlayStation. Yeah, I mean, I don't have one at the moment, but I like PlayStation. I like the controller, especially. I'm a big fan of the DualShock 4 controller mostly. The new controller is a bit fat, a bit chunky, but I did like the DualShock 4 controller. I thought it was just right. But regardless of all of that, I'm on PC. It's a bit different for us because we probably gonna get those games regardless. All right, Taj, thanks for
Hopefully.
dropping in and giving us the info on what's going down.
Man, I think Microsoft is trying to get everything, and they are close now. They don't tend to have, exclusive like Sony. So,
Right.
anyways, since I'm a PC gamer, this is not affecting me at all. But what I want is I hope Microsoft makes better games, like make these games better. Call of
Yeah.
Duty, Doom. Hopefully they do make it better. If they do them better, then when they
Yeah, I
be
mean,
like
pour some
Xbox
resources in
exclusive, this
there.
is not a bad thing. This is I'm using Microsoft Windows, so I mean that's gonna be good if they can do the game better.
We'll see,
Listen,
man.
listen to the gamers and stuff if they can do that stuff, especially in Call of Duty, because in Call of Duty, developer they don't listen to what people want and they just
Yeah, it's kind
limited
of
the
bad.
game so heavily. So I think in this concept will Microsoft change it, and I hope. So if they this is a plus for a PC. But I'm telling to anybody that love PlayStation, it's fine. You still can play God of War and Last of Us and Spider-Man. All you need to do is finally to get the PC. Think about it
Mm-hmm.
now. I think it's
Yeah,
have a
I would.
PC.
I
I
would
mean, you're
love to
supposed to
tell
have a
everybody to get
PC
a
since
PC.
beginning, but
Yeah.
I think now is important.
Yeah, now
You
you
know.
can, for those that were on the fence about a PC some years ago, if you hadn't gotten a PC then, now you can see why it's very important to own a PC. And now
Definitely.
it's kind of bad timing too now because prices have gone up on everything. So it's a bit more difficult to acquire a PC at this current moment due to
Mm.
a lot of video card prices and so on and so forth.
And
Everything's
this is
kind
the
of
main
jacked up to the
component.
roof.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is the main component for to have a PC, gaming PC.
Yeah, I mean, you
So
can go
yeah,
get an APU. You can go get like a Ryzen APU or something like that that will do graphics and video, but it's gonna be like around console level. You all should want a graphics card, and I know the graphics
and
cards are expensive, but you all should want a
definitely,
graphics card.
definitely. So I think they will have a good experience to try the PC games, gaming on PC. I think
Yeah.
they learn see the difference. Plus, also God of War in Windows now. You can play God of
Oh
War.
yeah.
To be honest, I feel like what happened as a PC gamer, it does not affect him at all. But at the same time, it's a benefit for a PC gamer, and because now you never know, maybe Sony gonna be releasing all the exclusive they do in PC. If they do, I mean, they can do that. I mean, because we
It
still,
would be yeah, it would be
it'd be
smart.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, would be. They started to do old games now.
Yeah, that would be great for them to do is really just release a lot of their exclusives on PC. I know it's kind of like against them maybe in their mind to do so, just
But it's in front of the people. They did something really really good. I was like, okay, Xbox, they're trying to take everything. Well, all right, I give you my games now on PC, and you can see that we can do games better. For example, you know,
yeah.
it's actually it's a good thing if they do this, and people start to buy their games. And if they do a multiplayer games, better one, like they do like a proper multiplayer game, Sony, and they
Mm.
release on PC, they will get a
Mm.
lot of sales from PC, you know?
Yeah, they would if they could, yeah, if they could pull that off, they really would. With Sony, dropping some of their exclusives on PC is a good idea. And I think it gives a lot of people opportunity, a lot of people accessibility to their games if they did it like that. I mean, like they'll still have it on the console, they'll still have all their stuff on the console for all the console players that want it. But putting it on the PC is like an extra source, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah. They
that would
can do
be
it in Steam, Steam, or they can just have their own launcher on PC. I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind if they have their own
mm,
games on it. I wouldn't mind.
I don't know about an extra launcher, but
Yeah, they better go to Steam, but
yes, we got man, we got launcher after launcher, man. And sometimes it's only one game you might play on that launch. It's constant
sure.
launches, man. It's crazy. Let's see if Sony can answer this, can respond to this, or will they just go like normal and just let things take their place, take this course? So that's what's happening. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's
Uh,
crazy.
yeah, it
Yeah,
is big time,
yeah,
man.
yeah.
Hello viewers, don't forget to like this video, comment on it below, share it with others, and most of all, subscribe. We hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching.
It's too big.